Hey everyone, David Moyer here, realtor and lifelong Dayton advocate. Today we're talking about the top 5 reasons that people are packing their bags and relocating to Dayton, Ohio. And you may think, really, David, people are packing their bags and moving to Dayton, Ohio? So I want to talk about the top 5 reasons that maybe you know and maybe you don't know, or if you're considering a move to the Dayton, Ohio area and want to know why you should live here. Let's talk about it. Some of these things may actually surprise you. So, as we talk about the top 5 reasons that people move to the Greater Dayton area, one thing comes to mind, and you may or may not know this, but it is one of our biggest economic drivers here in the Greater Dayton area, and that is Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is located right on the border of Beaver Creek and Fairborn, Ohio. It is one of the largest, most influential bases in the entire country, not only for the work that it does, the research that it does, but it also houses one of the largest civilian populations in the Air Force right here in the Midwest. It's a huge economic driver, and we have people from all over that come here for medical training. We have people here as part of Space Force, aeronautical engineering, all of that. So, if you're coming to the Dayton area and you're in the military or thinking about being in the military, this is a great place to start your career. Not to mention, we also have the United States Air Force Museum, which houses many of the presidential airplanes of the past, including the presidential airplane that was ridden in by John F. Kennedy. And we also have some of the larger planes from World War II, all the way up through Desert Storm. So, a lot of history here in Dayton when it comes to the Air Force, and something you should definitely consider, and one of the top reasons that people relocate here. So, if you're coming to Dayton, whether you are raising a family or maybe diving into a new career, education is a hub here in the Greater Dayton area. We are home to 3 of the most well-known universities here. We have University of Dayton, Wright State University, as well as Sinclair Community College right in downtown Dayton. So no matter where you are on the education spectrum, looking to start out your career in education or advance your education with a master's or a doctorate, we have the ability for you to do that. A lot of our engineers are space engineers. They go into the Space Force, and we also have excellent rated schools. So no matter where you go in the Greater Dayton market, those schools are going to have a really excellent rating. I'm more than happy to point you in the right direction on where those school systems lie. Ohio provides a great report card for all of those school systems. So you're guaranteed to find what's going to fit your lifestyle. Like I said, whether you have kids, whether you are going in a different career direction, or maybe just looking for something new, there is opportunity here to explore all of those options. Now let's talk lifestyle, parks, and culture. If you're looking for something to expand your horizons, whether you are a parks enthusiast, you're a very active outdoor recreation person, or you really like to dive into arts and culture, whether it be visual arts or performing arts, we have the venues for you to not only experience national productions and great works of art, but also to participate on a local level if that is something that interests you as well. Dayton Metro Parks has over 16,000 acres of metro parks around the Greater Dayton area, not to mention the individual suburbs such as Bellbrook, Sugar Creek Township, Washington Township, and Vandalia that offer thousands of acres as well of park space, residential use, and atmospheres great for kids, old and new alike. Also, the art scene is thriving here in Dayton. It's amazing to me all the time when I think about how much art and culture is concentrated here in Greater Dayton. We have local companies like the Human Race Theater Company. We have Dayton Contemporary Dance Company, which is known for their original works all around the world. We also are home to the Schuster Center, which houses Broadway shows as they tour across the country. We also have the Philharmonic. Dayton has its very own opera, and Dayton has its own ballet. There are cities like Dayton that are larger than we are that don't have access to all of these types of arts and culture experiences. So I would love to talk to you more about that. Also, if you're a visual person, if you love the visual arts, if you love great works of art, we have the Dayton Art Institute right here in downtown Dayton. It not only houses exhibits 24/7 that are here in Dayton, regardless of the time of year that you go, but it also brings in exhibits from around the world, some places you can only see overseas, and make one single stop in the United States. And that one stop is Dayton, Ohio. And since we talked about the art scene being big enough for culture, but small enough to breathe, that's what I like to say here about Dayton, we are also still a small community. So even though our population is large, our area is large, people still wave when they walk by. There's that Midwestern charm that maybe you are or not familiar with. We are still a very big Midwestern town. One of the great things about Dayton too is if you want easy access to even larger cities such as Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, or even Cleveland, Ohio, home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you are only within a short drive of all these experiences. From downtown Dayton, you can get to Cincinnati in around 45 minutes to an hour. You can get to Columbus in an equal amount of time, 45 minutes to an hour. Indianapolis within about an hour and a half, and then you can get up to Cleveland in typically around 2.5 to 3 hours. So if you're looking for a day trip, you want to get somewhere new, living in Dayton and driving somewhere for the weekend is relatively easy. Now, if you're also a big traveler, you'd like to go on vacations, even if you like to leave the country from time to time for international experiences, Dayton has its very own international airport, so you don't have to drive to Cincinnati and Columbus if you don't want to. Getting to the Dayton International Airport is only about 15 to 20 minutes outside of downtown Dayton, and if you live in the suburbs, you can typically get there within about half an hour. So you can really experience the best of what the Midwest has to offer by living right here in Dayton, Ohio. So there you have it. Whether you're looking to relocate here for work, for school, or just retiring, or just looking for a new space, Dayton has it all. There's so much more. I didn't want to make this video half an hour video, but if you'd like to explore more options and what Dayton has to offer, maybe you live here and don't know everything that Dayton has to offer, or if you've never been to this part of Ohio before, I would love to talk to you more about that, answer any questions you may have, and take you on that journey of why I love calling Dayton, Ohio, my home for all of these years. Once again, as always, I want to thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, leave a comment. I always love to see what people think of the videos. If they have any specific questions, I can answer for them. And of course, if you want to reach out to me directly, you can go to my bio. There's a link there for all the information on how to follow me on social media, as well as contact me directly, including my cell phone number and my email address. So, once again, I look forward to welcoming you to Dayton, Ohio.